All right, gang, how you all doing? It's been a while, so I just want to kind of have some idea what has been happening in my life, and I feel like now these days I'm actually starting to get a bit of momentum in my business. So, in the meantime, I feel like I'm in the role to like pitch a big brand deal coming in. For example, like next week, I'm actually pitching to a airline for social media content next week, and I'm going to see if how I'm going to pitch it because that's kind of the plan I'm planning to do. And I feel like sometimes when you have momentum, you want to go hard with that momentum because I feel like right now, I reckon like I'm kind of just getting complacent with having a bit of momentum. Like for example, like the money's kind of coming in. I'm getting some fucking potential big deals, and I feel like right now I need to keep pushing the momentum because when you're having momentum, you want to keep going on the right as soon as possible. And I feel like right now I'm at that urge of feeling like I'm getting momentum in terms of like getting like a lot of paid stuff coming in. Like for example, next one I'm trying to pitch to Thai Airways for their airlines, and I'm trying to pitch to them, and that's what I've been doing this whole day, just going around seeing how I'm gonna pitch it to them. And a lot of times where you know the reason why I feel like I'm in that phase where I'm starting to get a lot of opportunities is because one, I'm putting myself out there, and two, is I'm starting to understand what a lot of these tourism boards, or a lot of these airlines, a lot of these brands actually want. Because most of the time, the reason why you struggle to make money is because you don't understand what the customer wants or understand what the client wants, right? And in order for you to do that is that you got to understand what problem are they looking for and how you can come up with a solution with your own business. That's the whole point, right? And a lot of times, right, is that I remember when I used to pitch to clients, right, I always didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like I was actually kind of just going around pitching. They all keep rejecting me, and for some reason I always keep saying, why the fuck am I not getting any clients, or why the fuck am I all just saying no's, or keep rejecting my offer. And a lot of times it's because I never really understood what the client actually wanted, and I never understood how I can actually help them. Because the problem is that I was actually struggling a lot in my business, and now this year I feel like I'm having momentum to get these big travel clients because this year I decided to like focus on the business. Because beforehand, a few years ago, I was focusing too much on traveling, and like for example traveling to cool places, which I was making a decent amount of money, but I wasn't really like making as much as I would like to. So this year I decided to reduce the travel and focus purely on the business, like purely on like whatever like pieces of content or even pieces of like things I want to do to start moving forward the business. And a lot of times we get distracted. We get that shiny object syndrome to try a bunch of things, such as trying this, and that, blah, blah. But now these days, I can't understand what direction I actually want to get move towards with my business, and I want to focus more on just scaling to my travel brand, like get the big client projects where I start making like 50K a month, 100K a month. That's like kind of the next goal I'm trying to do right now. And I feel like once I start like closing like 10K deals, I reckon I'll start getting a lot of momentum. I feel like just right now, like for example next week, if I get this fucking Thai Airways client, I reckon a lot of momentum will start coming through. Like I reckon I'll feel unstoppable. Like boom, 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 boom. And I feel this could be the turning point, honestly, in my business. Like for example, right now, if I somehow land this big client deal, I reckon anything could change. Like I could get a fuck ton of momentum and start making printing money. Because I feel like I'm on the urge of like being able to achieve anything. Because since now this month I recently earned 10K a month from from this month of doing two shoots. I feel like now I'm in the phase where I'm pretty unstoppable, and the only thing I need to do now is start like positioning myself the value what I can offer. Like for example, I think next month I'm gonna see if I can, when I'm pitching to Thai Airways, I'm gonna see if I can like try to get like at least like a 30K deal or even like a 20K deal out of them. Like if I can get like a big client deal out of them, I think we could be set. Honestly, I could have a fuck ton of momentum. And obviously, like I have a sales guy in my team. So for example, any like cut we might get a commission. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. And honestly, if I can start landing like big fucking paid stuff, I think I could get to the next level in my business, in my opinions. And who knows, man? It might lead me to making fucking millions and billions, honestly. But I reckon I got this, man. And then I can start working on other projects. Actually, I can start working on my print business. I can start working on my YouTube channel, run that back in. But I think right now my main goal is just focus on getting the clients, like focus on getting more paid stuff. I think that's kind of like my main goal right now, which I intentionally choose to stop traveling this year and start to focus on the business, because I think right now I really want to learn the skill how to make money, which I have been doing it, but now over time I want to start, like, get to the next level. So that's what I kind of want to come in and talk about. It's talking about how I'm starting to get momentum. So yeah.